welcome to the Hatchery Ask Show, where you ask questions and we answer them. In order for you to submit a question, check out the link in the description box below. Let's dive right into your questions.
Always gone when I need you. You know I'll be there for you. Where are you now? Where are you now?
So our first question comes from Stevie Dawn, who helps female entrepreneurs build empires so that they can live a life they love. You can follow Stevie Dawn over at Instagram at Dr. Stevie Dawn. Stevie Dawn asks, if your target market is not flush with cash, what are some ways to demonstrate value for the price tag? So Stevie Dawn, the thing that I really want you to think about here is really it's two things. Number one, what is the problem that you are obsessed with solving? So when you say that you build empire, help women to build empires so that they can live a life that they love, what is the real problem that we're solving with that? Is the real problem that they aren't living a life that they enjoy already? Is the real problem in that they can't figure out how to make money, or they can't figure out how to scale their business? We need to get really specific with the problem, because when we get really specific with the problem, it allows people to connect the value to what it is that we do. Now, the other piece of that is that the problem that we solve needs to be something that the client understands will help them get to where they want to go. So you're really good at describing the goal of where they want to go. They want to have an empire. They want to build a life that they love. But what we haven't done is we haven't really figured out, and you might know this already, but we haven't quite figured out, or at least I don't get from what you've told me that you do, I don't understand what it is that people need to believe in order to get to that end result. So I'm going to give you an example of this. If you were a sales coach, like myself, so I'm going to use my own business here as an example. If you were a sales coach, in order for you to buy sales training, you would need to first believe that sales, being able to sell, was the answer to the problem that you're looking to solve. So if the problem that you're looking to solve is to create more money in your business or to get more clients, then, and you believed that sales was the answer, then you would see a lot more value in what it is that you do. So you need to figure out, if people want to create a life that they love, what do they think they need to do in order to create that life? Do they think that by building this business, they're going to automatically have the life that they love? If so, then we focus in on the building of the business portion, and I would suggest that we really niche down on that particular portion of it. If not, if they think that building the life that they love was more about knowing and understanding fully who they were, let's say if they knew that knowing and understanding fully who they were would get them to building a life that they love, then we would focus on that problem of knowing and understanding who they are. If they believed that having a husband would automatically give them that life that they would love, we would focus in on helping them find a husband, or if they thought that that was a piece of that puzzle. Do you see what I mean? So we need to understand what you're speaking about is really the result, that life that they love and having that empire, but what do they think is going to get them there? That's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to sell. And when we do that, if they really want that result, so when we find the people who really want the result, and there are ways that you can do that as well by, for example, by asking them the question, what happens if nothing changes? When we ask that question, what happens if nothing changes inside of our sales conversations, we get them to really check in with themselves. Like, do I actually want this result, or do I just want things to stay the same because it's more comfortable? So start asking that question inside of your sales conversations. But when we get people and we really put in front of them what they think they need in order to get to their result, or we tell them why what they think they need to get to the result is not the right thing, and then we educate them on why this is actually the thing that they need in order to get to the result, then that is what's going to help them see that value in the price tag without you having to go into why you're so much better than your competition and features and benefits and all that kind of good stuff. All you really need to do is to connect the dots with them and really figure out what it is that they think they need. Now, the way that you do that is just to simply ask them. So go and survey your audience. I promise you that it's very, very easy to do. I have a client inside of our client hatching formula right now who was really nervous when I told her to go out and to survey her audience. She thought, oh, maybe I might get a couple. She got 16 survey responses, which was more than enough to really pull some data because we had a lot of similarities in the questions that we asked. So I want you to go out there and say, in building that life that you love, what are some of the steps that you feel that you need to take? Ask them what they feel they need to take, and then you can let them know, yes, you're on the right path. Let me help you with that. Now you have a product that you can insert in, and they already see the value in that. Or you can say, no, that actually isn't what's going to get you there, and let me show you why. And you can educate them so that now they see the value in the thing that actually will help them. Our next question comes from Anna, who is an intuitive healer and business mentor who helps soul-inspired entrepreneurs to create their most abundant, joyful, and fulfilling life and business. You can follow Anna over on YouTube, Anna in Wonderland 7777. Now, Anna asks, do you have any tips to stay focused and motivated when self-doubt creeps in, especially when working with a new strategy? Now, Anna, this is a really important question, so thank you so much for asking it, because everybody struggles with this. No matter where you are in your life and no matter where you are in your business, I promise you that this never goes away. You will always have self-doubt. You will always lack motivation at certain points in time and on certain days. And you will definitely be unsure when working with new things and new strategies. But what I can recommend and what we often do with our clients is that we don't focus on the strategy itself. Instead, we focus on the goal. So it's very, very important that you have some sort of measurable goal that you're working towards, and that you are reflecting back on the progress that you're making towards that goal on a very regular basis. So we like to do this bi-weekly in our business. You can do it weekly. I wouldn't go and stretch it out any more than every 2 weeks, because it's very important to focus in on the goal that you're looking to achieve. So if the goal that you're looking to achieve is to create, let's say, $10,000 per month in your business, and the strategy that you're employing is to run Facebook ads, let's say, what you would do is you would take a look and you would say, okay, how has this Facebook ad over the last 2 weeks contributed to my goal of making $10,000 per month? Should I do more of this thing or should I do less of this thing? And what are the strategies can I employ to do this thing? What a lot of people do is they get their entire goal wrapped up into one particular project or activity. And the problem with that is that if that one thing fails, we aren't reflecting back enough to know that it's failing. And then all of a sudden it's a little bit too late. So we need to understand what the leading indicators of success are when it comes to our goal. So for example, if sales was your ultimate goal, and I don't know what you're working towards or what your goal was, your question didn't say, but let's just say that sales was your ultimate goal. You wanted to make $10,000 a month in recurring revenue. That particular outcome is a lagging indicator of success, right? You don't know whether or not you made $10,000 until it's either happened or it hasn't. You don't know if you've hit that number by that date until it either happens or it hasn't. And so what we need to understand is what are the leading indicators of success on that particular goal. Now, the leading indicators of success are how are you actually bringing people through to a sale. So you might convert people on sales calls. Therefore, the number of sales calls that you have booked over the next few weeks is going to be a leading indicator of success. You can say, if I have 10 sales calls booked over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I know that I can hit X number of dollars from those conversations. Okay, and then we can go back even further. We can go even more leading. We can say, what do we do, or what have we done in the past that has led to us booking more of these sales calls? And so maybe what that was you had a particular prospecting or outreach strategy, and you could say that if I reach out to 15 people, that I'll be able to book one sales call. So in order to book 10 sales calls, I need to reach out to 150 people. What I would do, Anna, is I would look at what are those things that you need to do in order to get all of those leading indicators in place. Measure all of those leading indicators, saying, am I making a difference on these things? Because ultimately then the cash is going to follow if you know what's driving money into your business. Now, if you don't know what's driving money into your business and you're just starting out with this goal and you're just somewhat experimenting, then what I recommend doing is probably speaking with somebody who has done it in the past to say, okay, what were some of the steps? What were some of the conversion rates throughout these steps? Do I understand the steps that I need to take in order to get there? And is there a backup plan? And then is there a backup plan upon the backup plan? A lot of people say that they don't believe in backup plans because they need to put their thing out there and they need it to work. I don't believe in that. And the reason that I don't believe in that, Anna, is because there is no one strategy that is going to get you to your goal. Getting to the goal needs to be that rigid thing. That goal needs to be the thing that is non-negotiable. The strategy should absolutely be flexible. And if you're not flexible in your strategy, then that's a really big mistake. And so what's great about that is that you can really stay focused and motivated when it becomes something that is more fluid and you can see these leading indicators. Those give you those little emotional highs where you can say, ooh, that feels good. I know that I ticked the box on this leading indicator. Or, ooh, even though I didn't get this leading indicator, I now have 5 other ideas that I can try to make this one thing happen. And so I'm going to let go of this thing that isn't working or the strategy that isn't working, and I'm going to implement this other thing, but I'm not going to implement it with the hope of getting to the end goal. I'm going to implement it knowing that I'm going to get this little leading indicator that I've identified. So focus on the leading indicators, measure often, okay, and reflect back what's working, what's not working, what are you going to do more of, what are you going to do less of, and I think that's really going to help you to stay motivated and focused. Okay, so our last question comes from Christine, who is a copywriter for online service-based businesses who want to sell out launches and sign more clients with mindful marketing and non-sleazy sales copy. You can follow Christine at Christine Blubaugh on Instagram. Christine's question is, what's the best way to do outreach online to share my services with potential clients without being pushy? Now, the first important thing that I want to get across here, Christine, is that the people that you're helping are the biggest winners of the transaction. And so what I want you to really think about is think about all the clients that you've served over the past 12 months. This is a old mindset trick from Zig Ziglar. All right, I read this in one of his books and it's always stuck with me. I want you to think about all of the clients that you've served over the last 12 months. Are they still benefiting from your work today? And I'm assuming that your copy is fantastic. So if that is the case, then yes, they're probably still benefiting from that copy today. They're probably still using it in their work today. Now I want you to think back to those clients that you served 12 months ago. Do you still have the money that they gave you 12 months ago to do that work with them, to write that copy with them? The answer to that is probably no. So if they're still benefiting from your work today and you've already spent the money, you're not still benefiting from the work that you did today in this current, then who's really the biggest winner of that transaction? Is it you for receiving money for that work? Or is it them who is still using this copy to make money and to sell out their launches over and over and over again? And so when you go to reach out to people, I want you to keep in mind that it needs to be with them in mind first, because at the end of the day, you are there to help them. You are there to make a difference in their life. And if you don't believe that to be true, then we go back to the offer. But I really do believe that to be true because I know you. I know that you're a great copywriter. I've seen some of your stuff online. And so we need to kind of get over the fact that we might completely turn somebody off, because I don't know of anybody who is completely turned off with receiving help from somebody. Now, here's the caveat to that. If you reach out to people and you are essentially asking them to work with you, and it is because you need money or because you want to hit your goals or because you want to get new clients, and it becomes all about you, then yes, people are going to be turned off. And whether you're being pushy or not, they are going to feel that. They're going to feel that you're not genuine and in it for you. And so here's the strategy, Christine, that I would employ for your business in particular. Number one, I would say that we need to niche down a little bit more than just online service-based entrepreneurs. Okay, and for the purpose of this exercise, this is really, really important. It's also really important to your growth. I want you to pick something that you can become known for. Can you become known for copywriting for coaches? Could you become known for copywriting for health practitioners? Could you become known for copywriting in the e-commerce space? Those are all, online service-based, not so much, I guess, the e-commerce. So what type of service are they providing? Are they providing intuitive healing? Are they providing website design services? And maybe you're helping them by doing the copy. I want you to really think about who it is that they're helping. And then once you know who that person is, I want you to find a few of those people, and we're going to go out and find micro influencers on Instagram. Okay, so these micro influencers on Instagram are people who have around 10,000, maybe 8,000, maybe 15,000, but around that number of followers, and they have a good amount of engagement. So you're going to go into their profile, you're going to look in their comments, and you're going to see, do they have a community built around them? Do they have this micro influence within that community? And are people commenting real comments, or is it just the spammy emoji comments because they're doing follow for follows and things like that? Okay, so you're going to find those real influencers. And what I want you to do is I want you to find 30 of them. And I want you to reach out to them, and I want you to offer to write a small piece of copy for them. It could be an email or something like that. And I want you to just offer to write that for them for free. I want you to just say something like, hey, I am looking to really niche down into this particular niche, and I thought that, the best way to do that would be to go out there and to serve the clients and to see what they really want. I have this experience in creating sold out launches, and I know that I can do the same for you. Is that something that you'd be interested in? And I want you just to do a little bit of that work for free. Okay. I want you to consider it your ad budget, doing a little bit of this for free, because when we don't have a lot of money to spend, right? And I'm assuming if we're looking to do outreach to people for free online, that we are looking to do that without doing ads or spending a lot of money, which is great. I love that. That's the way that we grew our business, because you don't need a great following to grow a huge business. Okay, you don't need all those things. You don't need a list. You don't need a big following. You don't need any of those things. You just need to be able to connect with people and to be able to serve people. And when you serve people, they naturally will want to buy from you because you helped them, right? So I want you to help them in some way. Now, it could be a small piece of copy. It could be you could be offering a copy consultation or a copy audit. Okay, let's just say, and maybe you're going to audit their copy for free and make some suggestions. And then at the end of that, they may say that they want to work with you further, or they may provide a testimonial, which is going to help you to reach out to other people to say, hey, I see that you follow this person. I did their copy. This was their response. This is their testimonial. I would really love to help you with that as well. Let me know if you need some help with that, and we can hop on a call and discuss what that looks like. And that's where we can kind of get into more of that sales leverage. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that works out for you. I want you to keep me posted on that. That's all the questions that we have for today, but before you go, if you would like to be featured in one of our upcoming episodes, fill in the form below. It's totally free, and you'll get your questions answered and get some helpful advice. We'll also shout out your social handles so that other people can follow you, because we want to make sure that we are building a community of love and of trust, and so many of you have so many great things to offer. And yet, if people don't know about them, then how are you going to be able to help people? So we want to help you get noticed. We want to help you get recognized for all of the amazing work that you do with your clients. Fill out the link in the description box below to ask your question for one of our upcoming shows. We will see you guys next time. Bye for now.
Always gone